with low visibility and low lying clouds, this is probably not the best day to be here at Frying Pan Mountain. But we are going to make our way up to the mountaintop today and climb a 70-foot fire tower that's long been abandoned. Should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be quite an adventure. About a year or so ago, I climbed a fire tower up in Virginia. I think it was called Big Walker Mountain. It was about 100 feet tall. This tower we're going to climb today is about 30 feet less. And hopefully this is not as rickety and creaky and sway as the one in Virginia. Because that thing right there really unnerved me when I climbed it. But today we're going to go up here and do the Frying Pan Tower and see what happens. I'm inviting you to come along with me. I really do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here's the parking area, and right here is the path we will be walking. So just to give you a little information here before we get started, this is located at Frying Pan Mountain, elevation 5,340 feet, here right off the Blue Ridge Parkway. The Frying Pan Mountain Lookout Tower was built in 1941 by the U.S. Forest Service, and it is a steel frame construction of 70 feet tall. As I make my way up the trail, I looked off to the side and I saw this little clearing, and check out this awesome tree right here. Look at that. That is wicked. Those big knots on it right there. That is an awesome tree. Just wanted to document it, show this. Thought this was pretty cool looking. I gotta say one thing. Me and my wife are both being troopers today because it is quite chilly here. I have on a t-shirt, shorts. Where I come from, no more than about 20 minutes ago, down the mountain, was probably about 15 degrees warmer. It is now. I think in the car it said it was about 62 degrees. And you can feel the coolness in the mist in the air because of these low-lying clouds or fog, whatever's going on up here. It's definitely chilly. All right, I've been walking for several minutes now, and I will say that the trail is awesome. I mean, just look behind me there. It's very wide. It's a gravel trail. It is very steep though, pretty steep. Yeah, it's got a nice grade to it. So you're probably walking up a, I don't know, 12 to 15 degree bank. For the most part, it kind of levels out a little bit every now and then it steepens back up. Definitely good exercise for your heart, that's for sure, because you can feel it. But I don't know how much further it is, but I think it's like a half a mile to 3/4 of a mile to the top. But so far so good. It is starting to light up a little bit. That's a good feeling, because the clouds down there where we started, you couldn't see anything. Yeah, it's starting to brighten up here toward the top, and it definitely rained a little bit earlier before we arrived. See all those water droplets on the leaves up here at the top of the mountain. I'm not sure what kind of flowers this is, kind of all along this trail right here. But man, the bees are loving it. Look at that little guy right there. Yeah. You can really at times hear the swarm of the bees. They're very, very happy up here with all these little yellow flowers everywhere. All right, so the last 100 yards of my walk, probably about the first 7 to 10 minutes of the walk, was pretty steep grade. Then it got real flat for about 100 yards. But now we're going up a probably even steeper grade hill than we did the first 10 minutes of our walk. It's kind of what it looks like. But yeah, this is going to be a hump right here. We're going to have to climb up this thing. You have a tower up here. It looks like a cell phone tower, I would imagine. And right around the corner on the other side of that tower is Frying Pan. And from what I can see so far, it's so cloudy today. It's so foggy up here. We're not going to see squat We're just gonna see white. But it's still gonna be an experience. And we're gonna document it. And maybe we'll come back some other time in the future when it's clear outside and probably freezing cold. And we'll do it again. All right, peace out, friends. We made it to the top. Feeling pretty good. A lot of graffiti up here. Right here is the, I guess, the cell phone tower. We're at the base of it right now. So let's just continue on up the hill here a little bit further. And we will be climbing the tower itself. Because there's already people up there at the top. All right, right before we head up to the tower, I noticed they have like a little weather system up here to keep up with wind speeds and things like that. Kind of cool. It's very quiet and kind of eerie up here, but not half as eerie as it's going to be once we make it up there to the top. Let's do it. All right, so that is the little small path that takes you the rest of the way up to the tower itself. As we look up, that don't look too bad. This don't look nowhere near as bad as Big Walker Mountain, which makes me very happy. That one right there was not a lot of fun. Have another little, some kind of house up here with some electrical stuff attached to it. So let's go ahead and take this bad boy one step at a time. Big step up. All right, I'm doing it. And I gotta say, this feels much better already. It's not swaying like crazy, like the Big Walker Mountain one. And as I come up to the first level here, you can actually see some of the neighboring mountains ever so slightly. So I'm already seeing more than I thought I was gonna see. Hopefully we can see more as we continue upward. All right, we're about halfway up the fire tower, and it's like walking into the abyss with this wind and all this, the clouds, you can just see it whipping by. Holy crap, is this scary. You can see my shirt. Oh my God, man. Oh my, why did I do this? Why did I do this? I am not doing this no more. I've said it once, I've said it. I'm not doing this no more. This is the last adventure to the top of these crazy fire tires. No. All right, my friends, I made it. We are at the top. As you can see right there is the steps that I hunkered down and crawled up. I'm gonna be honest, I had to have a little coaching from my wife to keep me on point to come up here to the top because the wind's blowing and you can't see nothing. You can just see the clouds moving a little bit. But yeah, this is awesome, but this is like not for me. I probably would never do another fire tower video, but this is what the inside, you can see all the graffiti on the walls. If you see any dirty words, don't hold me accountable. I try not to point at anything for too long. You know, if there's bad stuff, I'm sure there's plenty of bad stuff up here because there's just so much of it. But we did make it. And how do you feel up here?
It's pretty high up here. Kind of spooky because you can't see anything out there. Look at that.
I'm thinking that might be a good thing.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna walk around to this side. Don't get too close to the edge, that's for sure. But yeah, you can't see a dang thing up here. You can kind of see the cell phone tower right here beside of us a little bit. But this has been another hitchhiking Yeti experience as the floor just popped. Yeah, that right there. Oh my God, that just made me just swallow my heart. Yeah, you can't see a whole lot up here today. But all in all, this was quite the adventure. My grace, man, I'm gonna have a heart attack. It's time to get the heck off this bad boy. We're gonna get off of this thing. We're gonna go back to the coast. We're gonna keep our feet in the sand where it belongs. I think this is the last fire tower for me. I don't think I'll be picking any more of these out. I've got 2 videos up. I will link the other fire tower video, which was 30 feet taller than this one, up in Virginia, Big Walker Mountain. Definitely check that one out. That was sketchy. This one, I will admit, did not creak and it does not move the way that one did when other people are on it. I will say that much, but yeah. We're going to go ahead and take our time and get back off this bad boy, and then we're going to wrap our vlog up and get on back home. I don't belong up here. Oh my gosh. This is nice. It's called ground. We made it. That right there was insane. That was scary, because I think the clouds made it more terrifying, and then the wind started blowing as you make it about halfway up the tower, and you can see the clouds kind of blowing by you. Oh my gosh, I'm glad that's over. I am totally glad that's over. I know some people can go up to that thing and it ain't nothing to them, and I say God bless you, great for you. But for me, I think that I think that's a one and done. I think I did it. We can just check that off of things to do. And that'll be the end of that one. All right, I have made it back down the hill. I gotta say, I'm pretty much glad that that's over. I am so happy that that's over. That was quite an experience. And just look how much fog or cloud is going on here. You can't see hardly nothing. Visibility is like super, super low. But I did it. I made it up the fire tower, back down. If it wasn't for my wife, don't know if I would have went through with that. But we worked together today, one foot in the other, keeping each other moving. And as I made it up those steps, I would not look out. I would only look down at the step and watch my feet going up. I could not look up, look around, because all I would see is this mist right here, like flowing by, like quickly. And it was just like, no, ain't doing that. So I'm glad I did it today. I completed the frying pan tower. It's a lot of fun. Scary as crap for me. I know some people can come here and it ain't nothing to it. They just do it and it's all good. But for me, this is a one and done, I believe. They say never, but I just don't see why I would. That's all I got to say. If you do it and you want to come up here and do it, by all the means, more power to you. It is a nice walk. I'm sure on a day it's not as cloudy and as clear. It's even more beautiful, but probably just as frightening, because you can see the ground, you can see everything, and just how high up you are. You know, well over 5,000 feet up in the air is pretty interesting feeling on a tower like that, with these little, like, very narrow walkways where 2 people can't really walk by. One person's got to kind of hug the railing, the other person squeeze by. So I didn't film that because other people, you know, they might not want to be on camera, but that's kind of how it works when you're up there at the top and walking up the steps itself. So all that being said, I'm done today. Hope you enjoyed watching me kind of in a very frightening way make my way to the top of the tower. Appreciate you watching. Until next time, friends, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I'll see you in my next adventure. And it will not be climbing anything like that. I can promise you. I think I'm done with that type of stuff. So now it's time to go get in the car and head into the fog and make my way back to Interstate 40, Asheville area, and go on back home. No fear. It's a little fast for this kind of visibility. Yeah, not me. I'm going to take it nice and easy.